everyone. Today I'm joined with Mike Nolte, and we're going to discuss the 3 ways that you can beat the summer rush in finding your dream destination. So the first thing that you're going to want to do in order to beat the summer rush is to do your research. Be well informed going into it and have a location in mind. Mike's going to expand a little bit more on that.
Right. Thanks, Harlee. Yeah, so being prepared and doing your research about where you're wanting to go and why is really important, especially if you're thinking of that in terms to licensure that could be required. As most people know that different states have different time frames that it takes to get a license. So knowing that up front, being proactive and getting that state license is going to be important, and looking in the jobs at locations that are really important to you, as well as knowing if it's going to be, relatively easy to find housing and other things associated with the job.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with everything you just said. And another point to bring up is, that if you have a destination in mind for where you want to go, that you're able to be proactive and get the license that you need. And of course, Aureus also reimburses for licenses as well. So that's something to keep in mind and talk to your recruiter about. The second point is going to be having an active profile. And this is probably one of the most important things that you can do in order to beat the summer rush. Mike, tell them a little bit more.
Right. And so that is probably the number one most important thing. In order for us to be able to get you out to these jobs that you are really interested in, we do have to have a completed profile. This means having your work history up to date, having references on file that we've been able to reach out to and get in contact with, having your skills checklist up to date and completed, and just maintaining that at all times. You have the ability to log in anytime you want and update that information. So I recommend doing that as frequently and as often as you can. That way you're ready to be submitted to jobs when they come about.
That's a great point. Having an active profile will ensure that you're able to be placed as soon as we see jobs come available. And, it's a quick moving market. So that brings me to my next point of beating the speed of market, or the speed at which jobs move. In staffing agencies, we see jobs move very, very quickly. And in order to be a top contender and be submitted right away, you're going to need to know a little bit more about how to conquer the speed of market. What do you think, Mike? What are some tips?
I agree. Yeah, and I think this pretty much ties in directly with the having the completed profile. This not only gives us the ability to submit you quickly, but will mitigate any issues that could potentially come across the specific position on, needing a particular type of reference or something along those lines. I think another thing that's really important as far as the speed to market is concerned is having that open line of communication with your recruiter. If you happen to be a candidate that is wanting to hear about the positions before you're being submitted to them, then I would definitely make sure that you have yourself available to them. Keep your phone by you and be able to pick up that phone call right away. The sooner that you can be submitted to a position, the higher the probability is that you're going to be able to be the one to get that interview.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Always being available to your recruiter is going to really go a long way in helping you to beat the summer rush. So in conclusion, if you are to follow these 3 tips to beating the summer rush, then I have no doubt that we'll be able to get you linked up with your dream destination and get you started on your travel therapy career.